Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video we are drawing Lilac the Dragon from Freedom Planet. If you don't know, that's that little indie 2D, almost like a 2D Sonic game, but not really a Sonic game. Freedom Planet. So yeah, and this video was requested by Nongo Edwin. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Nongoewim. Thank you so much for the request. And yeah, so we're drawing Lilac. She's kind of like a Sonic character, so perfect for this channel. But anyway, guys, not much else to say, so let's get our pencils ready and let's jump in. Alright guys, so we're going to be drawing Lilac today. So, yeah, so let's start out. So what we're going to start out with is a nice, decent sized circle. This is going to be your head. And keep it light, this is just the gesture. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get another kind of smaller circle right underneath. And then another circle right underneath that one. And then we get two little circles here. These are going to be where her shoulders are. And she's going to have a hand that goes out here. And it's going to be like a fist that's about there. This hand will be about here. So we're going to draw that with a circle. And we go down and over like this. And then we were going to get a leg that kind of goes off of here. And then we're going to kind of get the foot. It will be something like that. And then this leg will go down. Get kind of like the boot will start here. And then the foot will be about there. Like that. And that's pretty good for the gesture. Actually, we could refine the body a little bit. So the body will kind of be something like this. Kind of get like an hourglass type figure where it kind of curves out and then curves in. Like that. And then we'll get the, it'll go into like a V about here. And then we'll kind of get the legs going in like that. And the arms will be about here. And then we'll get the glove. And then kind of the same thing on this side. We have like the bottom of the glove here, and then just kind of the arm. But that's pretty much good for the gesture. I'm not going to go into any more detail right now because we're going to jump into the face. So this is a pretty good size for the face. What we're going to do is, if you want to, you can draw on the crosshairs. Not super necessary, but it does help. And what I like starting out with is her nose. So what we're going to do is just draw a nice little curve line like this. And then wrap it around and up. So you get like a nice little shape like that. And it's going to be completely black so you can shade it all in. And then after we got the nose in, what we're going to do is kind of draw on the muzzle here. So it'll be this curved line and it'll dip down and over like that. And it'll curve over. Kind of get dip down and up. Curve around like this. So we get a shape that looks something like that, like a normal, typical Sonic muzzle. And now we could get her eyes, which her eyes will just be this big, kind of curve line like this, curve over and in, like that. And then kind of the same thing on this side. So you get two shapes look like that. And now we could finish off her eyes, actually. So what I'm going to do is start about here. And just draw a line that hugs this little bottom line right here, or this top line. I'll go in, and just kind of curve in like that. And then on the corner here, we're going to get a nice spike that goes out. And you could shade all this in black as well. Like that. So this is like her eyelashes. So you get a nice shape that looks like that. Kind of darken in a little bit more. That should be perfect. And we're going to get the same thing on the other eye. This eye, what we're going to do is just kind of hug it like this. We're not going to get the spike here because the hair is going to cover the eye a little bit, so you wouldn't see the spike. So here we just get kind of like the darker kind of eyelashes like that. And we could draw in the eye, which is going to be this big U shape like this. We get another one right about here. And then for the eye itself, you're going to get a nice big curve line right on the upper left here. And then a nice smaller U shape right here and here. Like that. And then a curve line that goes through it like that. And you could shade the eye in and shade this eye in. Alright, and now that we got that done, I'll zoom out a little bit. Because what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of fill in the gesture a little bit more and just make a nice big circle for where her head is. So we're just kind of expanding her head shape that's going to go off kind of like this line. So you get a nice big circle like that. And then once you got that down, we could draw in her hair. So we're going to start about here and just draw a curve line like this. And it's going to curve over the eye and down. So you get kind of like this nice kind of long line. Like that, and then it'll curve up, and then over, like that. And you could actually erase any overlap, so you wouldn't see any of that. And then also what we can do is erase this line for the muzzle. I just used it to kind of hold the shape, but she actually doesn't have a line there. But she does have a line right up here, and just be this kind of U shape that goes in between the eyes. This is like a color change, so this will be a darker, I think pinkish purple, and this is a lighter one. But you will have these little curve lines here at the edges of her mouth, so it looks something like that. And then here what we're going to do is draw a nice curve line that kind of hugs the head shape a little bit, and it's going to bump out like this and go over. I'm assuming this is like one of her earpieces, like a headphone or something, but that'll be that. You can erase any overlap like that, and the eyelash would go in front of it, so you don't erase the eyelash. And then here on this little curve, we're going to just draw a curve line right about here, and then we're going to draw a nice big horn. So it's just a curve line that goes out, kind of curves in like that. And then here we'll just have a curve line that curves over. Again, follows like the roundness of the head. And it's going to go into a spike here, like that. And then we'll get another spike right about here, and we'll stop there. And then on this curve, we're going to just get another spike that'll start about where the hair is here. And just curve up, and then over and in like that. So there's that, and we'll finish off the rest of her hair after we draw on her body, because her body's kind of like in front of everything. So we have a pretty good shape for the body. What I'm going to start out with is actually drawing in her shoulder. So it'll curve down, kind of curve around, and then in like this. And we'll have a curve line about here that'll curve in like that. Stop about there. And now here what we're going to do is we're going to get kind of like this very rounded kind of V shape. Like this, right under her neck, and you're going to get a nice curve line right here. And now here what we're going to do is start a line, kind of goes out like this, and it's going to curve down and in like this. And now here we're going to get the belt shape, which is just this curve line right about here. Then we'll get another little line going down. You get kind of like this little curved rectangle that wraps around her waist. And now here we're going to get a curve line that curves up, and it's going to curve out like this. And then here we're going to get a line going down here, curve it around, and then very similar to like this shape right here, we're going to get a V that goes up like that. I almost forgot to draw in her mouth. Oh man, I can't believe I completely skipped over that. Okay, so let's draw in her mouth here. And to draw that in, what we're going to do is draw a nice little curve line like this. So like a little smile. And it's going to have a big U shape on the bottom here. And then a curve line right there. And you could shade the black of the mouth in like this. Can't believe I almost forgot her mouth. Getting way too ahead of myself. And also for this line, you can extend it and curve it down like this. And then she also has like kind of like a belt buckle, which is going to be this big rectangle right here. Like that. I'm actually going to erase some of the overlap so it's nice and clear. So we get this big rectangle right here. And then we're going to get a smaller rectangle inside, and then we're just going to connect the corners like that. Super simple. Now we'll finish off like her legs, and then we'll move into her hands. So her legs are actually pretty easy. So we're going to start here, and we're going to get a nice big kind of curve shape like this. It's going to taper out a little bit, go around for like her shorts, and then it'll curve in and over like this. And you'll get another little curve line right there. And then we're going to get basically the same shape here, just going in the opposite direction. So it's going to curve out, kind of over. This one will go a little bit lower than this one. Curve it up. So we get like her nice little shorts. And now we're going to get a curve line here and here, just to show like a little bit of detail line. And now what we could do is draw in her leg, which this leg is really easy. It's just a nice big U shape right here because she's kind of bending her knee. And now we're going to get like a little bit of a funky shape here, just because like this is where her foot is and it's kind of bending, so we just see like the top of it. So to draw that in, we'll start about here and draw a curve line that wraps around the knee, and then it curves down and then hooks in like that. So curves down and then hooks in. I'm actually going to zoom in a little bit. But after you get that down, you can kind of draw the rest of the foot shape in. So we're going to draw a line going down, kind of straight, like goes down, angles about here, almost to like a point, but it's a very rounded point. Then it's going to go up, curve in a little bit right about here, and then curve around like that. And now here, what we're going to do is get a curve line that curves up and into a spike here. And this will curve down and just hug the bottom of the shoe here like this. And I'm going to erase some of it just to make it a little bit clearer. So I'll refine the shape like this, kind of go in and over. And we'll get a nice little circle right in the middle there. So that's one foot. Actually, we can extend this out a little bit more. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Again, this is why you draw light, just so when you erase, it's nice and neat. But now that we got that done, we could draw in her leg on this side. And it's basically this curve line that curves out, kind of dips in where the knee is here, and then curves back out. Kind of the same thing on this side, kind of curves in, has a little dip where the knee is. And then we're going to get a curve line that goes across these two. And basically what we're going to do is get a line going out here, kind of going down, kind of bumps out and then curves in like that. And then kind of the same thing on this side, it's going to curve in, and you'll have a curve about here like that. And now we're just going to get the foot shape, so it's going to curve down. We're going to get kind of like a shoe shape here, like that. And here we're going to get like this thing right here, so we're going to just draw the curve line going up, curve it out and over, and then the bottom hugs the bottom of the foot here, like that. Can erase this part right here, and all we need to do is just put on a nice little circle. And now that that's done, I can move on to the hands. So we'll start with this hand because this hand's slightly easier. I'm going to move it a little bit more over here, like that. So I like starting out with the thumb, and for the thumb you could just do an oval, and the rest of the fingers are just going to go up. The palm of the hand is going to be like this, and then curve in. And then we're going to get like the bottom of the glove here, like that. But for the thumb, what we're going to do is start with a curve line right about here, and just curve it and kind of follow this oval that we have, like this. And we're going to curve it up, over, like that. Then curve it down and in. And then start about here on this oval, and then curve it in again, like that. And then here, if you want to, you can draw like circles for where the fingers are going to start. But basically what we're going to do is draw a line going up. Kind of wrap it around and down like this. This is one finger. I'll go out into the second finger like this, and then I'll stop about there. And now here what we're going to do is just get kind of like these oval shapes. So we're going to get one, and then a second one about here like that. And now here we're just going to get kind of like a shape that goes down and curves in like this. And I'm going to erase some of the overlap here, or some of the guidelines just to make it clearer. I'll redraw it. And again, this is why you draw like the guidelines really light. So see how I erased it and we basically just can see like the actual hard lines that I did, and then you just simply go over them. So this is why when you do like the guidelines, draw them really light. So when you erase, it's just nice and easy, and you're just left with what you need, like that. And now here you're going to get a couple folds in the fabric, so very similar to the leg right about here. We're going to be drawing that in the glove, so you get one here, get another one in like this, but it's going to curve out, and then over, and then up like that. And then here we're going to get a nice little rectangle that hugs the bottom here. And now we could draw on the rest of the arm, which the arm will just kind of curve down and then over like that. It'll kind of curve in, have a little bit of a dip, and then go over and then into the shoulder here, like that. So there's that arm, and now we could draw in her other arm. So we'll start about here, and basically what we're going to do is draw the cuff part first. So to draw that in, we're going to just get this nice big curve line like this. That's going to go down, and you get a nice rectangle for the bottom of it. And now it's going to curve in and then over, and then this one will just kind of curve in and over like that. And now for this fist, basically that oval is going to be like right here, and the rest of the fist is going to be over, go down, and then in like this. So like this will be like the side of the hand. A little bit of a complicated shape, but I'll break it down here. So once we have this done, what you could do is start here and draw a line kind of curving out first. So it curves, dips in, goes out, and then straightens out near the bottom here. Then it's going to curve up and then in like that. So there's the thumb. We'll get another little curve line right here for the fingers. And basically for these fingers, so you're going to get 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And you're going to start right about here, just draw a line going around the circle that we have. It's going to dip down and go straight. And then same thing on this side, just kind of go over, and then you get like this line that just goes over that circle. Same thing on this side, and then just one more, and this goes straight into the like cuff part there. So something like that. I'm going to erase the guidelines again. I'll redraw it in. Again, it's a little complicated. I'm actually not too fond of this hand pose, but it's what was in like the like reference photo I use, so we'll just draw it in anyway. It's just a weird angle. So you get something like that. And now what we could do is zoom out a little bit and draw in the rest of her hair. So basically you'll see a little spike about here. So it'd be like this spike here would be over here, and we'll curve in a little bit. And then lastly, for Lilac, she has just two really long spikes that go out. So to draw that in, you just draw a nice big curve line that curves out like this. Just darken it, and of course it's behind everything, so don't like draw it in front of the arms. Like this, and then it'll curve over and in like that. So there's one, and then we get a second one here. And curve up. Up. Right here. And again, it's kind of behind the hand. So it'd be something like that. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. There's no real set shape for it. Just a long kind of spike that goes out. And that's pretty much it on how you draw Lilac. Yeah, I don't think I'm forgetting any details. So, yeah, that's it. So I will put this picture right up here. There's the sketch that we just did. And here is the inked version I did beforehand. So, yeah, there you have it. There's Lilac from Freedom Planet. I've actually never played that game, even though I own it twice. I actually own it on PS4, and I own it on Switch, and haven't played either one of them. I should get around to playing it. It's a short game. Especially the Switch version, since it's, like, portable, and I'm always playing my Switch. So yeah, I should get around to it. But, thank you again, Nongo, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, for the request. And if you guys have requests, I do take them. All you need to do is leave what you want me to draw in the comment section below. I'll take your name and what you requested, put it on my how to draw list, and then on Sunday, when I make a drawing video, I just randomly pick one off the list. There's no rhyme or reason. I just kind of what I feel like drawing that day. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.